What is up, my bits and bobs? It's your boy Pixcelation, and today we are going to be talking about anime. It's that time of year once again where we are looking forward to the summertime and the new slate of anime that is set to release therein. Of course, if you're anything like me, summertime means jack shit to you because, there's nothing good that happens summertime anymore. It just gets fucking hot, and I'm tired of melting, and whatever. But when we were kids, it was like, oh yeah, summertime, and now it's like, oh shit, summertime. Anyway, that being said, there are a whole slew of really awesome titles that are going to be coming out in the summertime, which, for those of you who are not as well versed in the anime world as I am, you will know that it is July, August, and September. The seasons are a little bit different in Japan when it comes to anime. For example, winter 2025 is not the end of 2025. Winter 2025 is January, February, and March. And then spring is the next 3 months, and then summer is the next 3 months, and the final 3 months of the year are fall. So if you ever see someone in an anime section, or comment section, talking about, oh, I can't believe I have to wait until the end of 2025 to watch insert blank here, you can tell them, hey, you don't have to wait that long. It's actually already passed because it's June when I'm recording this, and January was a long fucking time ago. So, anyway, without, rambling anymore, let's go ahead and jump into the anime world, because like I said before, there are a ton of really, really awesome stuff to look forward to, and I just want to watch some of them. I have this bad habit, real quick, just a little bit of a divergence. I have this really bad habit of, doing videos in this series and then just not watching a single damn thing. That I'll watch instead. I'll keep up with a show that aired seasons ago, or I'll play a video game and hyperfixate over it, and that's all I ever do with my free time. Like, right now I'm playing Death Stranding, and it's, the only thing I'm doing with my free time. So I want to watch some of these anime, because frankly, I'm just tired of talking about it and then not watching them. Okay, so let's start off with Dandadan Season 2. Now, one thing that I really, really liked about Season 1 is that it is I don't really know how to explain it. It's something that I've probably seen countless times before in its, core elements, but, it's presented in a really, really cool way that I just really, I can't explain it to the degree that it deserves, if that makes sense. There's not much to the synopsis here, so I'm not going to bother, but, if you've seen Season 1, you know that Season 2 was set to blow it off the wheels. It is, I don't know, there's just something stylish about the way that Dandadan is presented, and I just really, really dig it. I'm really excited for Season 2. I hope that it is as good, if not better. We have seen some anime that really dropped the ball in Season 2, and, we're going to talk about one of those anime in just a few minutes, but, I don't know, I'm holding out hope that the quality continues to rise. Holy shit, we are back. We are back, baby. We are back. My Dress Up Darling Season 2. Oh shit. I have been waiting. I want to say the first season aired in 2021, I think. And man, it's time, babies. It's time. For those of you who are unaware, the first season, the My Dress Up Darling, basically goes like this. You've got Gojo, and then you've got Marin, and Gojo is like this master craftsman, Maureen is a cosplayer. They meet through unlikely circumstances. Maureen asks Gojo, "Hey, can you make me a cosplay?" Gojo's like, "I don't know, maybe." And so he tries it, and he's really good at it. And it's just one of those things where they have this really symbiotic relationship, and then naturally feelings start to sprout. But they're both too fucking saboteur. They're both saboteurs, and they refuse to act on the feelings. And it's just cute. It's just cute. I mean, that's all it really is. And I'm just really excited to see the shenanigans that they get up to in season 2. So yeah, we're getting more of Madrasah Darling, and that is very exciting. I'm excited to see what that manifest says. Okay, so next up, don't panic, guys. Don't panic. We are back even backer. We are back even more. We are getting Kaiju number 8, season 2. So that's actually a quick turnaround, because I think I remember Kaiju number 8, season 1 being last year. And I remember thinking every episode was like, oh shit, it's on. It's one of those anime, like, I find it very difficult to find an anime where I just cannot resist the temptation to just binge the fuck out of it, right? There are so many anime out there where it's like, I'm okay with watching it week to week, maybe, that I it's not like I'm desperate to see the next episode. So whenever I do find one of those anime where I'm like, oh shit, I need to see the next episode, like right fucking now, that is when I know it's a winner. And Kaiju number 8 was one of those anime. I was like, oh man, I have to let it sit for a couple weeks so I could actually just binge it. And it's a sacrifice. It really is. It's a very serious sacrifice. So, but that being said, there's not much to the synopsis on NHR, so I'm not going to bother, but I'm just really excited to see the next, because as far as I'm aware, at the end of season 1, I want to say, not, maybe slight spoiler alert, that everyone on his team found out that he was Kaiju number 8. So how does that change the dynamic of the, how does it change the dynamic of the team if they know that he's a kaiju? So that's what I'm very excited about. I hope that it, there are elements of this anime that are very Attack on Titan-ish, and I'm really, really hoping that it doesn't go in that direction, because as it's not exactly a secret, I despise Attack on Titan, especially the last season. I would love it if Kaiju number 8 could do Attack on Titan even better than Attack on Titan did. So that's kind of my hope and dream. Don't let me down, Kaiju number 8, please. Okay, so next up, we have a anime that I believe I saw a trailer for recently, and I remember telling myself, like, every season there's like one show where a character has like the most pretty smile of all of the cast of anime, and you say, oh shit, I have to protect that smile, and I believe this is one of them that for this season. But let's read the synopsis and see what it's about. It's called The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Chidori High is a boys' school that takes in the dregs of society with the lowest grades. Next door stands Kikyo Girls High, where the wealthy, high-class families send their precious daughters. Chidori, second-year Rintaro, who has a fierce face but a gentle heart, is helping at his family's patisserie when he meets a girl named Kaoruko. The two hit it off right away, but this blissful peace is quickly disturbed when Rintaro discovers that Kaoruko is actually a student of Kikyo. Worse, she doesn't seem to realize what a huge problem this really is. Will these two be able to forge a path for themselves and sidestep the traps, metaphorical and literal, laid by their classmates? So, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the anime world needs to learn how to write synopses, because a lot of times they will write these synopses and I will not know what the fuck the show's about because they just went full tilt from the beginning. But based off of what little is there, I do see some level of enjoyment there. It is Cloverworks, which makes sense. The art style for Cloverworks stuff is usually pretty on point. Like I said, I don't know what it's about because the synopsis did jack shit to help me learn what the anime is about, but I will definitely give it a shot because I like the visuals that I've seen so far, and I like the fact that Cloverworks is behind this one. I used to hate Cloverworks. I think they really dropped the ball when it came to the second season of The Promised Neverland, and I believe they also did One Direct Priority, and that was a ball of wasted effort. But they have earned their respect, earned my respect back, and you know, we'll see. We'll see if they continue to. If this is more in line of like Rascal Does Not Dream, or is this more like Tokyo 24th Ward? We shall find out. So next up, we have a anime by Bones Film. Now this is an interesting one. It's called Gachiakuta. Now, I've heard this name in the past, but I don't really have any idea what it's about or anything like that. But the fact that Bones Film is behind it gives me a lot of hope that it will be a winner. But let's read the description, shall we? A boy lives in a floating town where the poor scrape by and the rich live a sumptuous life, simply casting their garbage off the side into the abyss. When he's falsely accused of murder, though, his wrongful conviction leads to an unimaginable punishment, exile off the edge with the rest of the trash. Down on the surface, the cast-off waste of humanity has bred vicious monsters, and to travel the path to vengeance against those who cast him into hell, a boy will have to become a warrior. So, it seems interesting, and the visual style looks on point, I think, but that makes sense because it's Bones Film, and Bones Film is, from what I understand, an offshoot of Bones, so, you know, it's all the same network, basically. So, I'm interested. I'm interested in it, definitely. I'm going to make it a maybe. I'll probably give it an episode or two and see, but I have a feeling like I might try to keep up with this one just because of the fact that it has such a high pedigree. Oh boy, so next up we've got Call of the Night Season 2. Now, I have only seen like 7 episodes of the original Call of the Night. I need to go back and rewatch it so I can watch this, you know, with all attention, you know, directed on it. I didn't quit it because it's bad or anything. I quit it because I have the last couple of years of my life have been so chaotic that, you know, the fact that I've finished anything at all is a miracle unto itself. But anyway, so moving on from there, let's read the synopsis of this one, shall we? The second season of Yofukashi no Uta, Call of the Night. Ko overcomes his confusion about becoming a vampire and decides to like Nazuna, while Nazuna resolves to make Ko fall in love with her. Without understanding what love even is, the two of them spend their nights together in a frenzy. Meanwhile, Detective Uguisu Anko is closing in with her plot to kill vampires, not just Nazuna. A vampire's weakness is anything they were attached to when they were human, and so they all try to get rid of this weakness before it's too late. But Nazuna has no memory of her human life. What is Nazuna's hidden past? Why did Anko start killing vampires? And what is the secret that Nazuna and Anko share? For Ko, Nazuna, Anko, a fun late night doesn't end here. A new night begins. From what I understand, I think I heard recently that Creepy Nuts is back as the opening/ending artist. I think both. At the very least, they're doing one, which is cool because they have the opportunity to continue to one-up every song they've ever done. It seems like every new opening that they do is better than the last, so it's very, very interesting to see that. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Okay, so next up, we've got Sakamoto Days Part 2. I, unfortunately, have not seen any of Sakamoto Days as of this recording, but I am inclined to start it soon. because some friends of mine were recommending it, and I don't got anything truly better to do aside from play Death Stranding. But that's just whatever. So that being said, I really don't have anything to say about this one. I think that it looks really interesting, but I might have more to say in the future. Okay, so here's one that I've been very interested in, and that is The Summer Hikaru Died. I've seen this manga. I think I've seen the light novel in bookstores recently, and I've been really considering picking it up, but not that I read anything that I buy. Half the stuff on that shelf behind me is unplayed and unread. But anyway, let's go ahead and read the description, shall we? Two best friends living in a rural Japanese village, Yoshiki and Hikaru. Growing up together, they were inseparable until the day Hikaru came back from the mountains and was no longer himself. Something has taken over Hikaru's body, memories, feelings, and everything they know begins to unravel. Honestly, that sounds really fascinating, and like the visual style looks really interesting. I'm honestly, this is a Netflix series. I don't know if they're planning on doing it weekly or if they're just gonna binge it. Lately, they have been doing weekly stuff, so maybe that's what they're gonna do. Either way, I'm probably gonna check this one out just because, I mean, it seems like a winner. I'm gonna mark that as watching. Alrighty, then we've got, oh, here we go. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4. I don't know how this series got a season 3, let alone a season 4. The first season was great. First season was phenomenal, actually. But then season 2 dropped the ball so hard that you could hear it dropping on the other side of the earth. It left such a huge echo that it just consumed everything in its path. Not long ago, I was at Barnes & Noble, and I talked with some people in the manga aisle. They were picking up the light novels, and I asked them, I was like, does it get better? Like, is it one of those things where just that it had a bad arc and that it gets good? And I think they said it does, but I don't know. I'm very hesitant because I couldn't make it through the entire Spirit Turtle arc, and frankly, I've thought about maybe like forcing myself to sit through it just so I can get to the other side and I can watch season 4, but I don't know. I just, so Kinema Citrus is doing this one. Did they do the other seasons too? I don't remember. Yes, they did. Okay, so it's the same studio, which is consistent at least to some degree. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch season 2 and then just force it. I don't know. It's hard, guys. It's hard. Okay, so do not be alarmed, guys. We have a new entry to the Rascal Does Not Dream series. I'm very excited, very hyped for this one. Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. If you have been keeping up with this series, then you will know the last big release, I want to say, was the Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl. That was in 2023 or 2024. They did like a theatrical release for it, which frankly is amazing that a series this niche was able to get a theatrical release, because I feel like hardly anybody I know watched this one. But this is like the 50th entry in this series. But I'm very excited to see more. It's always fun watching Sakuta's misadventures. The synopsis. After encountering various girls going through puberty syndrome, Sakata Asasagawa's high school days have come to a close, and he is now a university student. He enrolls at a university in Kanazawa Hake alongside his girlfriend Mai Sakurajima, a nationally famed actress. Off campus, he stumbles upon an out-of-season miniskirt Santa. precognitive dreams, an anonymous online singer, poltergeist buzzing on social media, a mysterious tale with enigmatic phenomenon surrounding girls with wavering hearts starts again. Puberty continues. It's always awkward because they called it puberty syndrome, and I don't know. There's just something about that English word that doesn't really sound good in the context, but I don't know. I'm gonna be definitely watching this one. There's absolutely no way I can avoid seeing the next chapter in the Rascal Does Not Dream franchise. So yeah. Okay, next up we have the second core of Dr. Stone Science Future. I believe there's going to be 3 total cores of this series, and I'm very, very excited to see the penultimate chapter in Dr. Stone. I haven't read much of the manga. I thought about reading the manga, but I feel like I just prefer watching the anime. I get more feels when I'm watching the anime, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like with Demon Slayer, how I don't really like. It's not that I don't care about the story. It's just that there's something about the story, because I do care about the story, it should be said, but like it's just something about this story that it hits differently in the animated format as opposed to the written manga format. So I have no idea really how Dr. Stone ends. I'm very excited to see, even though this is not the end, but it's still one step closer to the end, and I'm about to break. But anyway, something that I did not expect to talk about at all, let alone now, is new panty and stocking with garter belt. Trigger is, they're pulling a rabbit out of their hat with this one, honestly. I haven't seen the original panty and stocking with garter belt. I need to, I know. Just the fact that I said that, I probably lost about half of you, but that's okay. You'll be back. Anyway, but I am very, very interested in this one, even if I need to, see the original beforehand. This is kind of like like, there are select franchises, right, where if they made another season, or if they made another game, it would be like, wait, hold on, what? And it's like, for example, if Half-Life 3 actually came out, we would all be like, wait, what the fuck? Seriously? After how many years? If they finally made another season of No Game, No Life, we would all be saying, what the shit? Even if you've never seen the original, you'd be like, whoa, hold on, what? Another season of that? I never thought that was ever gonna happen. And panning and stocking with garter belt is kind of the same thing. I've been hearing people talk about a new season of that for years. And finally, I guess maybe with the Gynax to Trigger thing, there was some licensing issues, and finally they got those ironed out. So now they're making another season of panning and stocking with garter belt. So, the world's a very different place than it was when this series first came out. So I'm very curious how it will be received, but yeah. Okay, so next up we've got City the Animation by Kyoto Animation, and I'm obligated to mention anytime KyoAni does something new, because I love them. I love them so much, and seeing them back at it again with the white vans is it's honestly, it's very heartwarming. So City the Animation is based on a manga by the mangaka of Nichijou. So it's just, basically it's going to be in the same style as Nichijou. If you've seen Nichijou, you definitely want to give this one a shot, because it's probably going to be a lot of the same humor, a lot of the same visual stylings. KyoAni also did Nichijou. So, you get what I'm putting down. So that's the big hitters this season. I'm not going to talk about every single one. I've been trying to cut these down to be a little shorter, and I don't really want to spend a whole hour just going through each and every title. But those are the ones that I really think are going to be the solid winners of the season. Some other highlights, let's see. So there's There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless by Studio Mother. Seems interesting. I'm gonna put it as maybe. Couple of Cuckoos is getting a second season if you've seen that. Of course, there's fucking Reborn as a Vending Machine. Now I Wander the Dungeon Season 2 because we haven't had enough of that. Definitely not watching that. Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun. The second part of second season of that. Solo Camping for 2, which is I think it's gonna be very reminiscent of Laid Back Camp, which I'm very interested in seeing. Dealing with Mikadono Sisters is a Breeze by PA Works. PA Works typically does some good work. I get it; they do some good PA Works. So I'm curious to see what that's about, but we'll have to give it a shot. Watari-kun's Censored is about to collapse. Naoto Watari lives solely for his little sister, Suze. Okay, yeah, never mind, I'm good. With You in the Rain. On a rainy day, Fuji meets a cute critter posing as a dog and offering an umbrella and cue card that says, "Please take me home," and she can't resist. With this dog poster's quirky charm and mysterious ways, life together becomes a heartwarming adventure of friendship and shared seasons. Okay, that might be a cute little maybe on that. Let's see, Cultural Exchange with the Game Center Girl. That looks cute. I'm just gonna make that a baby as well. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna put the link in the description for the AnyChart page so that you can take a look at yourself and kind of just put together your own little watch list. I think it would be really cool to see more people on AnyChart, not sponsored. I just really like their I just really like their layout and their style. There is another season of Osamatsu-san, which is something I have not seen in years. I haven't seen at all, but I haven't seen on the docket in years. So I'm very curious about that. I don't know why they count Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 4 as an OVA or an ONA, but yeah, we're getting Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 4. Kind of hype about that. Takopi's Original Sin. Let's see. Yacht of the Living Cat, because of course. Another season of Pokemon Concierge, if you're into that. Sanrio folks can be excited for My Melody and Kuromi, which is a WIT Studio production. That's kind of crazy. Honestly, that's just a taste of it, right? Like, I am only giving y'all kind of like I'd say 25% of what is truly comprising the summer season in 2025. So go down to that description, click that link, make yourself an AnyChart account, and then go add me. Obviously I'm at Pixcelation. You can go follow me on there and see the stuff that I'm watching. I think that would be really cool. But in the meantime, this has been Pixcelation, reminding each and every one of you to stay pixelated, and I will see you in another video.